Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, babies, rising as well as Venus. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what we don't see coming for the week of May 24th, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Scorpio, I just released the Akashic readings for all 12 signs. So if you haven't seen yours, I will pin it at the end of this video, and I do encourage you to watch it. With all of that said now, let's begin. Tapping into the Scorpio collective now. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Scorpio not see coming for the week of May 24th, 2026? What do they not see coming? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Ego. And at the bottom of the deck, we have wolf in sheep's clothing. All right, let's see what this is all about. Ego, her ego getting in the way of a relationship for good or for bad. Let's see what this is all about for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is this something they don't see coming this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead. Okay, two cards came out. Queen of Cups and the World card. Temperance and the Nine of Pentacles. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. We have the Empress. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups and we have the Hierophant. That leaves the King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Death card. That's you, lovers here. At the bottom of the deck. Okay, Queen of Cups. Some interesting energy here. Okay, Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here for Scorpio this week? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Cups is being clarified by the Magician, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Moon. Be very mindful of your feelings this week, of your emotions. The World card. Why is the World card here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The World is being clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Strength card. Temperance. Why is Temperance here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Temperance is being clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Devil card, and the Seven of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, and a Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. Before I even get into this energy, we need to talk about you, okay? And I'm a Scorpio moon, as most of you know, so this is concerning us. We are very much in our emotions this week. I would call this being emotionally inconsistent, emotionally unstable, okay, emotionally erratic. I don't know why. I don't know what your individual stories are or what you're going through. Remember, this is predictive in nature. But there's something here this week that you have a lot of highs and lows with. And I don't know if it's a situation, environment, or connection. Queen of Cups, that's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. I have the Magician to the Seven of Pentacles to the Moon. There's something here that you've been manifesting. Some type of, we'll just call it an opportunity. Because again, I don't know if it's financial or relational in terms of like a family connection or with a romantic interest who's in your life, or maybe you want a new one. So I don't know what that is. I'm just going to call the Magician the opportunity. I have you here saying for a very long time, Seven of Pentacles, I have been manifesting blank, and blank is not mine yet. And I'm feeling very emotionally unstable because blank is not mine yet. Okay, well, just because that opportunity is not mine yet. And there's a little hit to the ego with that ego card about why this hasn't come in yet or hasn't come in exactly how I want. And the World card is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Strength card. And it's almost like, how much longer do I have to wait for this next cycle or new cycle to come in? Again, with this opportunity that you've been manifesting for so long. And this is where we see the emotions fluctuate, because we have the Nine of Wands, the Devil, and the Seven of Cups. This is a lot of one day, Nine of Wands, I'm okay. I'm okay if this comes through. I'm okay if it doesn't come through. I'm going to persevere. The next day, we have that Devil card. The Devil card is, no, I have to have this. Why isn't this coming through? It's a little bit of, it's coming through to me as an aggressive energy. And then that Seven of Cups, I'm feeling very emotional about it. So this is, I'm okay without it. No, I want it. Why isn't it coming to me? Oh, I'm so sad that it's not mine. There's a lot of highs and lows here. And I think this week, regardless of what's happening with this, I think you need to be a little bit more Nine of Pentacles. Okay, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, Knight of Cups, like that thing that you have been wanting to receive. And I say that because Six of Cups is like, I think that's been happening for a while. It could be an actual person or type of person, but it's like in the wait. And I'm not telling you to hang around, wait, like look at your watch or stare at your phone for the week. But while we're waiting for this to come in, we need to focus on this. Like this is where our focus, Ace of Swords, needs to be at. It needs to be on our stability, our financial resources, feeling emotionally fulfilled, taking care of ourselves, enjoying the fruits of our labor, maybe taking care of house and home because it's Pentacle energy, like reorganizing your house. I feel like your energy this week, I know that there's something here that you wanted and you're upset that it hasn't come in yet. And I know that there's that part of you that says, I'm going to be fine without it. And I have no doubt that you will. But there's also a part of you that says, but I really want it. And I just don't know why I can't have it. Okay. Or it's not coming in the way that I was hoping it would. Okay. And it's leaving you very emotional. I just think there would be a better use of again, I'm not coming down on you. Our energy would be better focused on until this comes in, whenever this comes in, us. House, home, me, myself, and I, finances, budgeting, sprucing up the home, investing in ourselves, doing things that please us, that make us happy, that make us less codependent on whether or not this comes in or not. I just feel like that's a message that someone watching needs to hear, probably myself included, because again, it's a predictive reading. Now, this is something you don't see coming, okay? So tell me more about this. The Empress, the Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. Tell me about that Ace of Cups. Because I think that's what you're waiting for. The Knight is holding the Ace. And you seem to be very upset of, I don't know when this is going to come in. So now my moods are fluctuating. One day it's like, F it, I don't need it. The next day it's like, why isn't it coming in? I really want it. The next day you're crying because it's not coming in. I just see it being a very emotionally volatile week for you. Okay, so I just think knowing that ahead of time, I would plan some things out, what to do this week. I'm looking at this now not to make your reading about me, but I'm going to take this as, you know what? I need to make sure I have a project or something I'm working on every day for the next 7 days. So whatever opportunity or thing here it is that I've been manifesting or hoping and praying for, I don't become too stuck in 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, Devil energy, thinking about it 24/7. And then before I know it, 7 days go by and I have done nothing. Like my house isn't clean or my yard work isn't done. So I'm going to take this as, stay busy this week, Jen. Monday, maybe you take care of the, landscaping, some yard work. And maybe Tuesday, I'll go food shopping. And Wednesday, I'll sit down and do the bills. And it's just focusing my energy on other things. Maybe Thursday's laundry day, or you know what I mean? Actually, no, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are usually my recording days. But still, there's something like that here. Like, I'm going to see this as better use of my time and my energy to focus on projects. So I'm going to use this to create a schedule for myself. You do what you want, but if this were just my reading, I was pulling cards for myself, that's the advice I would give me. Now, Ace of Cups. Tell me about the Ace of Cups that's coming in. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Ace of Cups is being clarified by the Knight of Swords. So the communication information is coming in. Queen of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. That is the truth. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. And you don't believe it. Just going to tell you, you don't believe it. You're not trusting whomever or whatever that is. So I love you so much, Scorpio. So talk about having a trust wound. And maybe you want to look at that Akashic reading if you haven't seen it. Because there's something here. I'm manifesting this. It hasn't come in. I'm good without it. I'm good without, with or without it. Source is saying focus on you. That's the best way that you can handle your resources, your time, your love, your money, talent, dedication, etc., this week. Focus on you. What you want here is coming in. And then, I got to say, classic, typical Scorpio, no offense to that. When it comes in, you're like, I don't believe it. 5 of Swords. Once it comes in, this is a lie. This person is a wolf in sheep's clothing, played out. This is the same thing over and over again. And so why is this happening? Well, look at that next card. Grudge. So you're holding a grudge on this person. They didn't come in fast enough. They didn't come in soon enough. Maybe they're not saying the right words, or whatever it is that they're offering you. It's not exactly what you had in mind. So it's affecting your ego, strength, Leo energy. Leo energy is beautiful when it's vibrant and high vibrational, but when it's low vibrational and we're sitting in the 4 of Swords because we keep thinking about something and mulling something over, then yeah, it can be low vibrational. Leo could be my ego is wounded, or I'm acting or motivated on ego. So because of this isn't coming in exactly how you want, or isn't coming in exactly when you want, maybe you want this Monday and you don't get it till Friday, whatever is happening here, when it does come in, you don't believe it, you don't trust it, and it's because you're holding a grudge against it because it didn't come in soon enough or in the form that you wanted. Maybe you wanted a phone call, you get a text message. You know, maybe you wanted roses, they get you, I don't know, sunflowers. You know, there's something like that here at play. You know, you ask them to go out on a Thursday and they say, I'm not available till Friday. You're kind of getting what you want, right? You wanted the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Swords, like whether it's communication or forward movement or an expression of love or some type of opportunity. You wanted it. You're upset. You've been upset that it's not coming in. Now that it's in, you don't believe it. Okay. Tell me more about this here. That's a lot of cards. We're going to take a look at them, put them back in the deck, okay? But they did full face up. So we have the Star card, your wish fulfillment, the Fool. Here's a new beginning. 8 of Pentacles, something you can work on. 4 of Wands, house and home. High Priestess, Page of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords. You're like breaking your own heart. What you want comes in. We're going to reshuffle these. What you want comes in. Maybe not exactly when you want or exactly how you want, but it comes in. But because you're holding a grudge, it's not good enough or you're not trusting it. Clarify exactly what is coming in. We have the offer, the Ace of Pentacles, sorry about that. We have the offer, the Ace of Cups. We have the Messenger, the Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who is delivering it to you. They don't have to be an earth sign and they don't have to be a feminine energy, but the Ace of Wands, they're coming towards you with this. Tell me more about this. How about this? How about this person's intentions? Tell me more about the person's intentions coming towards Scorpio this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. Their intentions. Page of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Tower, which is you. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Swords. So this person is deciding to move towards you. And again, that Page of Wands could be anything. Hey, do you want to hang out? It could be a conversation. It could be a text message. It could be someone inviting you to do the 8 of Wands, like I got tickets for a concert or tickets for a show. It could be a phone call, like I said. There's some type of communication. This person feels it's the right time to come towards you with it, and you're not trusting it. Anything else about the person who's offering this to Scorpio? Anything else we need to know? And then we'll get you some advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. Anything else? Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Swords. This is exactly what's happening here. It took too long. And you're holding a grudge because they took too long to contact you, communicate with you, respond to you, provide you with the job, you know, accept your application, ask you out on a date. Maybe you send a text on Monday. They don't respond till Tuesday or Wednesday. There's a delay in that Knight of Pentacles. I asked what else here is going on. There's a delay here to you getting what you want. And when it finally comes in, you're not believing it or trusting it because you're holding a grudge against them because it took too long. Remember, these readings are predictive in nature, but energy can change. And you can change your response to this by maybe focusing a little bit more on yourself this week. And just saying, when it comes in, as opposed to sitting around and waiting for it and growing angrier by the minute that it's not coming in or they're, you know what I mean, not responding to you exactly how and when you want. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. Let's get you 3 cards of advice how to deal with the emotions. And then 3 cards of advice what to do when this actually comes in, okay? 3 cards of advice here for how Scorpio can deal with their, we'll call it fluctuating emotions this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. I just saw the 6 of Cups card. So again, it's something or someone you've been waiting for. Knight of Cups. Well, that's what's coming in. Knight of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. While you're waiting for that, offer, that opportunity, do something fun and creative as opposed to sitting around and speaking words or thoughts to yourself, because that's what swords are, that are only going to break your heart. So there's definitely something here about finding gratitude in the little things, celebrating, going out, connecting with people online or in your everyday world, in your community. Get creative. The Knight of Cups, the 3 of Cups often can talk about creativity. So there's something here of a better use of your energy and your thoughts. It's just better to kind of focus on something else, like make that judgment call. Instead of sitting around, moping around because this isn't coming in or it's taking so long for this to come in, better use of your energies to find something fun and creative that once you accomplish it, you'll have a reason to rejoice or celebrate. And trust me, when I get all my laundry done this week, because that pile it's a mountain. And that will be me in the 3 of Cups celebrating that it's finally all done and ironed and folded and put away. And I know that sounds silly, but that's a better use of my time That's going to serve me better in the long run than sitting around crying about something that's not coming in fast enough. I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Remember, I'm one of you as well. So let's get your advice here for when this finally does come in and you're not trusting it. You think it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. I have no indication here from the cards that it is, or the energy. So 3 cards of advice here for when this does come in. One more shuffle here. Thank you. When it does come in, 10 of Wands, the Devil, and the Hermit, bottom of the deck, Judgment. Ask yourself why you feel this way. Because there's a wound here in you, a shadow side of you that's making this difficult for you to accept or acknowledge. And there's something here about you really going within. We have no swords. So before you even respond, or you mother F the person, or you say no because you're holding that grudge, or you don't believe them, there's something here about going within and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Where is it coming from? Because I think it's coming from some shadow side of yourself, maybe some wound that you haven't healed yet, that we haven't healed yet. And it's going to cause an unnecessary burden on an offer, an opportunity, or communication that you wanted is actually coming in. So you have the potential here to ruin it, or to maybe have like a negative response to it if you don't do the introspection work. And it's just advice, telling 4 swords, like don't even respond yet, right? This is like take a time out before you respond. Make sure you're responding from a healed place and not a wounded place. That is what I have for you, Scorpio, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements as well as that Akashic Records reading. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.